Hello, duelists. Welcome to the King's Courts. Now, about a week ago, a week ago, I updated my current build for Omni Heroes for the build for Omni Heroes, and that video just blew up. For the record, if you've seen it already, thank you so much. But I also, if you saw that video but you didn't see the most recent local report I did, some stuff changed up for the deck. But I'm always changing up stuff in the deck. But if you want to see that, go check those videos out. But now here's the thing. I'm always testing not just Omni heroes, but Neo's heroes too. Like I'm always messing with the build because I always want to get it just right. Plus, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm never really satisfied with the build. I always want to see if there's like another way I could like what if I try this card, what if I try that card, etc. So this is the current build for Neo's heroes that I've been playing, and I actually really like it. I've been playing against some of my locals, and I've been testing it online too. Like not on Master Duel. That's why I haven't really uploaded Master Duel in a couple of weeks because I'm still waiting on them to finally put the new Flame Wingman. It's still not up there. Like anyone else notice that? Well, either way, so I've been testing this on testing it online, and this is like the ratios and all that I really enjoy. So I'm gonna go over the deck and go over some changes. And there's another way you can play the deck that I can't play right now, and I'll go over that and when I get to it. You'll see what I mean. So, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Well, our social media so miss out on future videos. And if you already haven't, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? But if you have, thank you so much for 190 subscribers. We're very thankful. And let's hope we can get to 200 before the end of the year. Sorry if I feel like I'm just mumbling or something. Sorry about that. All right, we'll go with the main deck as always first. Let's see. Now, we'll start up with the non-hero cards. Now, I've seen some people cut this down to 1. I just can't do it. I like 3 Crosskeeper. This card is an amazing card to use to start off your combos and to get out your Spirit of Neos that's in your hand. And plus, getting that free draw, and sometimes discarding can be useful as well. So the drawing is useful, and sometimes discarding can be helpful. I'm still rocking the Armed Dragon build. Now, this is the current build I'm playing that utilizes Armed Neos. There's another build that I've been playing online as well, that I've been playtesting, that I really enjoy, and I want to play IRL, but I'm missing a very crucial card, and I'll go over that when we get to the extra deck, or at the end of this video. So that's it for those, the non-hero cards. No, let's put it over here. Alright, next. The boy himself, Neos. Gotta run at least 1 Neos. I also cut down Spirit of Neos to 1, because I never really need the second one. Plus, there's so much search power in this deck, you don't really have a problem searching it. 1 Stratos. There's gonna be a lot of 1-ups. Liquid Soldier, Blaze Man, and Shadow Mist. These are pretty much the 1-of cards you really need to play in the deck. Each one plays a certain role, and they all do it well, and realistically, you don't need more than 1. Plus, it's kind of hard to make room, especially since you're still with the Neo-Spatian engine, so there are a lot of 1-ups in this deck, just to be mindful when you play this deck. Speaking of the Neo-Spatians, Dark Panther, Grand Mole, and Aqua Dolphin. Now, really quickly about Aqua Dolphin, has anyone been hearing that, this might be a video I might put out next week. If this is a video subject you want to hear me, you want to discuss, there's some people who really want Aqua Dolphin banned because of how crazy Infernoble have been lately. There's some people who are kind of vocal about Aqua Dolphin getting hit, and that's I feel like a discussion, especially for hero players. Because let's be real, hero players were kind of used to the cards from heroes being used in other decks. Look at Tearlaments right now playing Malicious and Denier, and the history Stratos and Hero Lives have had being used in other decks, especially Teledad. So I feel like that's something to discuss. Should Aqua Dolphin get banned? The hero player and the GX fan in me really wouldn't want to see that, and I don't really think there's a strong chance it's going to happen. But I feel like that's something that can be discussed. So if you want to see a video like that, like this video so I know there's interest. I'm definitely gonna I probably will talk about that because that's something I'm really interested in. I kind of want to discuss. All right, that's actually it for the monsters. This is a very small monster lineup because the deck, a lot of it is spells. You got to run 3 hero libs. You got to have 3 hero libs. Got to get that Stratos. You got to get all those cards. E-Call. This is what I meant by this deck has so much consistency. Plus, since we're not playing Division Heroes, this adds that consistency that we'd be missing. 3 Neos Fusion. Now, remember, be careful when you play Neos Fusion if you're new to this deck, because once you play Neos Fusion, you can't special summon any other monsters. 3 EN Shuffle. 3 Engage Neos Face. You run 3, but you could probably cut it to 2 when you're your side decking or something. That's something to be cautious of. That's usually what I do. Basically all trios right there, and we're not even done with the spells. But that's all the hero spells. Next, I guess you'd call them the fusion support. 3 fusion developments. Easy way to turb out pretty much any card you want, really. And 3 super poly. It's super poly. Come on, you gotta run it. And the 1-ups. 1 Rhoda. 1 Foolish. 1 Called by the Grave. Poly. Gotta have Poly. Miracle Fusion. And of course, Favorite Contact. These are pretty much the 6 main 1-ups you pretty much always play in hero decks. Especially in Neos Heroes where you can where Favorite Contact is even more alive than other cards, and than Omni Heroes, because of all the cards you can play that require Neos. So it's just really alive in this deck. So that's the whole main deck right there. I'll go to the extra deck. We'll start off from here. Okay. Let's see. Let's start with the big guys. Arm Neos, obviously. Cosmo Neos, how to really piss people off. Seriously, use Cosmo Neos in their turn, with Favorite Contact or something. They can't do anything. It's great. Nebula Neos, also a really good card. Neos Wingman, still probably my favorite one in the whole deck. I'm just going over the Neos ones, really. Dark Neos. Grand Neos. And of course, Aqua Neos. And, almost forgot. Brave Neos. So many Neos cards. Love it. And for your non-Neos hero cards, Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. Wingman. Sunrise. Ab-Zero. Your Super Poly targets, the best ones probably. Garura. Finally said it right. And Mud Dragon of the Swamp. Now, these are the main cards you want to play, but I'll go over the difference you can switch. The last card is more like a flex spot. You could put another, you could put Starving Venom Dragon, if you want another Super Poly target. But I'm still going with Infernal Deceiver, just because there are times it does come up. But remember, a lot of the Neos cards do lock you into fusion cards only, so you gotta, that's why this card is kind of can be kind of iffy. Now, really quickly, what I was talking about earlier, a different build I've been messing around with online that I would love to play IRL is one that uses these cards. I'll wait till actually the side deck really quick. I wasn't going to go over the side deck because I'm still working on it for this deck, but I'll just go with what I got right now. Let's see. Nib is a weird one. It's still a good card, going second, but again, I might switch that out. Droplets actually is really good, but I feel maybe for this version of the deck, since I'd rather be going I can go first easily, but if you go second, there's a lot of stuff you can do. I might actually just switch. I might consider switching that out for Dark Ruler No More, maybe. These next ones though are good. 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Feather Duster, obviously. Your evenly matches, and Rivalry of the Warlords. Pretty much always have those in hero decks. So I'm a little iffy actually. These last 9 are really good, but I might switch these ones out. Like maybe I might try Dark One or more or something over droplets or so. I'm still figuring that out. But that's the weird thing. It's hard to really side with Neo Heroes because like the way the deck plays, you're already main decking Super Poly and stuff like that. So you already got a really good going turn 2 card. Your opponent already set up a bunch of monsters. Like I actually did that with against Unchained. I know I just normal summoned liquid. I mean, I didn't even have to do anything crazy. I had a hero on the field, and I just super polyed their Genghis away and managed to go into Aqua Dragons. It was actually hilarious. I mean, not Aqua Dragon, Ab Zero, because Ab Zero requires an elemental hero and a water monster. It was hilarious. But that's like a totally different story. The side deck is like up for debate. I'm actually still working on that. Now, really quickly, one thing you can change is this. Now, pretty much everything in the main deck the extra deck would stay the same, and even the main deck would mostly stay the same. But you would switch out these cards. You would switch out Arm Neos and Infernal Deceiver because, like I said, he's more like a flex spot. At least for this build, at least for my build that I'm playing. And you would replace it. You would replace him. Oh wait, and forgot main deck as well. Oh, there it is. You would also be switching out, obviously, your Armed Dragon. Now, you're going to switch out your Armed Dragon. I think people can see where this is going when I play this. And you would start playing Air Hummingbird. And I think you can see where this is going. You would switch out, Infernal Deceiver for Storm Neos. And this is the dilemma. Our boy, Storm Neos. Elemental Hero not Storm Neos. Air Neos. Elemental Hero Air Neos is still on lockdown. He's still locked up in Arkham or something. He's still gone. And the price for it is super crazy. I used to actually have Air Neos like a long time, but I had to sell it because life stuff like that. I think I mentioned this before. I used to have like this crazy GX collection, but I had to sell off like a bunch of it. But so that's the thing. With Arm Neos instead, it's a okay build. But with Air Hummingbird, Air Neos, and Storm Neos, the deck becomes so much crazier because you can easily blow up your opponent's field and all this crazy stuff you can do. So, really quickly, if you have Air Neos, you can play this exact deck build and all you gotta do is switch Infernal Deceiver for Storm Neos, Armed Dragon for Air Hummingbird, and if you have it, shoot, guys, yeah, like I said, I gotta get me another Storm Neos. I keep saying Storm, another Air Neos. I have some feelers out there. I'm just trying to find a good price because if you know, Air Neos is not been reprinted in so long, and it is super expensive. Last time I checked on TCG Player, there's 2 copies of him, and they're both up past $100. Oh man, $100, man, is crazy for one card. Like, I think the most I ever spent on a card was Malicious Bane. Bane back when he was a staple in the hero deck. When it was like $80. That was like, so my god, man. But I'm trying to find a good deal. I'm running across some people in my locals who had it and they were off, and I'm seeing if they can see if I can track the one down. But that's something you would play. I guess here, pretend that's Air Neos. Oh man, so that's something you could play instead. But if you're like me and trying to get another one, it's not a bad build still. Playing the Armed Dragon build. The only downside, it can be kind of slow because when Armed Neos, you got to destroy an opponent's monster to get its effect off. But when you get its effect off, it's nuts. You just tribute it during your turn and go into Nebula Neos. So that's something to be aware of. But yeah, that's the entire deck if you made it this far. This deck, like I said, super fun. I love messing around with trying to work on Neo's heroes as well as Omni heroes. So that's the entire deck right now. And Chandler Michael should be coming out soon with his updated machine deck. He was supposed to do it today, but something came up, so we had to postpone. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. And if you're watching this day of release, have a great weekend. It's pretty much everything. Take care. Bye.